There's something called projection, and not to get all therapy, but when I was in social work school, we learned about projection. So what happens is in any relationship, oftentimes you will project something onto the other person that maybe you're not good at, and they will complete it for you. And that's how you meet someone and how you get along. So an example for me, when we got together, I had very low self-confidence. Not that I necessarily knew it at the time. I wasn't like seeking someone with confidence purposefully, but this happened subconsciously. Looking back, I realized I had very low self-confidence, and Joe like exuded confidence. So that brought us together, and it worked really well because I didn't have it, he had it, he completed me in that way. People sometimes say you complete me. I think this is what they're referring to. So this can be all different kinds of characteristics. Now, that might have been what helped us get together. That might have been, I think it was, one of the main things that connected us at the beginning. And your humor, of course. But over time,
Rippling muscles.
that's a bonus too.
Okay, go ahead.
And over time, they've gotten bigger too, your muscles. So
Yeah.
very nice. Anyway, so over time, spending time with someone who's so confident, I started to gain confidence. I even went when I had a kindergartner in school, we met with the parents out at the playground before school started, and someone came over to me and said, how do you just seem to like everybody? And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, you just go up to him and introduce yourself. And suddenly I realized, man, I have some confidence. I had no idea. But I had progressed it a lot through my relationship with you. And now that thing that got us together, I don't really need him anymore to complete that confidence for me because I have gained it myself. So I think what happens over time is you might no longer need that person to complete that thing. You need to find the next thing that completes you together. And that might be subconsciously just happens, but I think sometimes over time it has to be more purposeful. Like if you stay connected every day and you're always talking and connecting with each other, you'll probably figure that out pretty easily. But sometimes people just say, we just don't connect anymore. We just don't seem to get along anymore. And I think that wouldn't happen if you kept the connection going. So I just wanted to bring this up as an idea. Maybe you can think about the things that connected you when you first got together. And maybe those things are not as relevant anymore, but I have every confidence that there can be other things. Even like working out, for example, I never really worked out. And now we work out together. I can put together a workout for myself and we balance each other. We progress together and we always want the other person to do better. And I think when you have that kind of mindset and understanding, it makes it easier and more tangible to move forward and to get excited about the future.
I really appreciate you sharing that, Mel. And I'll share some from my side. Is when we got married, I grew up in a household that had a lot of yelling and loud noises and a lot of lack of patience with the children. I didn't carry that into our relationship because you have such wonderful patience, and you helped teach that to me and to slow down and think. I was always a ready, fire, aim guy. We got to go. We're going to jump, build a parachute on the way down. And it serves me well in some aspects, but I need to make sure that the choices that I'm making in the family also serve everyone well. And from your patience and helping me learn and better that, it's made a significant difference in my life. And so, like you said earlier, what got us together with these deficits and we continue to elevate each other aren't going to get us any further because we've taken care of that. We need to move to the next thing. We need to have that constant progress, like I mentioned about in my first note.
I love that you mentioned the patience thing because I have seen that change in you. And this is another piece of connecting with your spouse is complimenting them, making sure that you mention the wins. It's exciting for me, and I think it's exciting for any couple to realize that they have impact on the other person. So I really appreciate that.